What happened to the prettiest and most popular girl after high school? Story 1. Lives with the most popular guy. They have 2 kids. Good people, a bit dumb but nice. Story 2. The popular girl from my high school was a senior when I started. Now she's one of the dancers on Acapulco show. I think she's a YouTuber too, but I'm embarrassed she went to my school and is even from my city. Why did she always want to be the center of attention? Story 3. One of the most popular girls went to college. In her senior year, she was driving home super early in the morning. She fell asleep at the wheel and died. I didn't find out until our 10-year reunion. It really sucks. She was legitimately the nicest popular girl and doing great in school. Story 4. I'm still in high school, but the prettiest girl from middle school was my best friend. We're in the same high school system now, just different buildings. She was super insecure and thought she wasn't smart. Now that I'm in high school, she's still very popular. I helped her study with my methods a few times. She shot up in grades fast. She's beautiful inside and out, still insecure, but I'm pretty sure she's living happily. Right now, she's in the living room doing yoga with our 2-year-old daughter. Story 5. The prettiest/popular girl got pregnant in sophomore year of high school. We were 13 to 15 max. I don't remember exactly. Point is, she didn't finish school, didn't continue studying. Lost track after that. We've been together 4 years. She's in Spain with her Spanish relatives now. Dad's Spanish, Mom's Argentine. Story 6. Our popular girl, co-head cheerleader, homecoming queen, honor student, top 25 in a class of 400. Now she's a doctor. Some people have it all. Story 7. She got hotter, got a PhD, travels the world curing diseases in third world countries with her equally hot fiancé. Story 8. Worked at a gas station. She didn't recognize me until I said her name. She was embarrassed. Story 9. They're still in high school. Didn't flunk or anything. I'm just in high school right now. Story 10. Became a tour guide and got married. That's the last I heard. Not as stunning as in school. I might say I still remember her, but honestly, it's just the idealized image in my head. Story 11. She's had a good life, the kind she wanted. Happy marriage, job she loves. Active in her church. Kids grew up with a solid start. Not only popular and beautiful, she was super friendly and kind. Still looks great too. Story 12. In elementary, a popular girl decided to bully a kid 2 grades below with severe autism. Big mistake. Her clique and the rest of us turned on her immediately. She was so popular I thought she'd never notice me. We're married. First kid due in July. Story 13. There was this girl who always mocked me and my friends, called us nerds and losers. The other day at the supermarket, I saw her for the first time since graduation. She was the cashier, clearly embarrassed I saw her there. But good for her for having a job. No shame in being a cashier. It made me a little sad she was embarrassed. I wish her nothing but happiness. Story 14. From what I heard, she was one of the few girls in my middle school class who didn't end up pregnant. But according to a friend, she has a sugar daddy supporting her. Story 15. Knew this girl. She looked and sometimes acted like a soap opera villain. Realistically, hot but not dumb. No idea how she's doing now. Story 16. About to graduate med school. Still gorgeous, recently engaged to a classmate. She semi-regularly messages to say hi, check in, and congratulate me on big life stuff. Story 17. I finished high school elsewhere, but a girl from my old school told me the popular girl ran away with her total deadbeat boyfriend. They were found weeks later in another district. Her parents claimed he kidnapped her. Since he was legal and she wasn't, he went to jail. She ended up hating her parents for it. Heard she didn't go to college, just sent to a psychiatrist. Poor girl. Story 18. The popular / pretty girl from my high school got pregnant at 17. Her parents raised the kid. She's a terrible mom. Highest ambition, getting wasted at parties. Story 19. Basically a millionaire living in the U.S. now. Occasionally sends big money to my friend. He gives me some sometimes. Honestly, I think my friend is her lover. Story 20. One of the most popular girls got pregnant senior year with the guy she dated since 7th grade. Against all odds, she's on track to become a teacher with a 3-year-old and still with her high school sweetheart. Story 21. She and her boyfriend are charged with murdering an elderly man. There's a warrant out, but months later, they haven't found her. Story 22. Last I saw her, she was begging on the street. She was popular in high school, made the city newspaper cover for graduation, super smart in college. Developed schizophrenia in college. In and out of psych wards a lot. Heard from my mom, who knew her mom, that she suddenly became a total terror. Didn't respond well to meds. Turned to substances. Really sad. Story 23. All the reasonably attractive girls I went to school with finished college now have paying jobs. Most live alone or are on their way. Story 24. Still super hot. Saw her at the supermarket last week, about 8 months pregnant. Hottest pregnant girl I've ever seen. Lucky guy, whoever he is. Story 25. There was definitely a super popular girl, not the prettiest, but her personality made her wanted by almost every guy. Diverse school. She was kind to everyone. Graduated, went to a big university, but partied too much and got kicked out. A couple months ago, she died of an overdose at a party. Really tragic. She was a great person. Story 26. Got hit by a car, never the same after. Heartbreaking, honestly. Even people who didn't like her didn't want to see that. One day she's prom queen, the next in a wheelchair, can't speak, limited mobility with developmentally disabled students. Tough to watch. Story 27. At 24, she was texting at a stop sign, then pulled out in front of a truck. She was an elementary teacher planning her wedding. Story 28. Both still pretty and popular in college. Not surprising, that's what they're good at. One's doing chemical engineering, I think the other's in fine arts. Both have hot boyfriends, though I'm 80% sure the engineer is cheating on hers with a girl. Story 29. She's becoming a doctor. We still talk often. I work in mental health. We discuss fake case studies, treatment plans, community resources. She's a lovely girl who can't settle down, says it's annoying. Runs marathons for fun, still a total babe, super nice. Story 30. Went to med school for years, became one of the top surgeons in her field. Her kids are in the same class as my sisters. Apparently still just as nice. Story 31. She was my neighbor. Married a high school guy who built a super successful local business. Together, they've been restoring historic local spots. Wish I could be cynical, but they're as nice as you could hope. Story 32. Has an education degree, dating a former male model, little brother of our high school history teacher. I wake up next to her every morning. No idea how it happened, but somehow I landed her. Still as beautiful as 13 years ago, gave me a gorgeous daughter. Story 33. Don't know now, but right after high school, I saw her in a wet t-shirt contest at a dive bar in town. Still looked good, but I don't think that's where she planned to end up. Story 34. In my high school, most girls who thought they were popular ended up pregnant, or I never heard from them again. Clearly, being the hottest gives more chances of that. Not saying it's bad, but yeah, it's common in LATAM.